Okay, first thing, all electric heaters, every single one of them, cost the same for the electricity, for the heat that they put out. They are 100% efficient. So if you want an electric storage heater and you want to know how much heat you can get out of it, you look at the number of kilowatts that it puts out, kilowatt in an hour. That will tell you how much electricity you put in and how much will be converted to thermal units. Having said that, whilst they are all 100% efficient in their conversion from electricity to heat, and it doesn't matter how much you pay for them, whether you get a little £10 one with a handle or you get a £150 one with all weird stuff, they're all the same. The way that it delivers that heat can affect how much you benefit from that heat. I have found storage heaters work by, there's a big electric element, just like the one in your kettle, surrounded by very dense brick. And at midnight, every night, a timer switch makes it come on, and your electricity company charges you less between the hours of, say, midnight and 6 in the morning. And the whole that time, the timer switch comes on, that electric element in the middle gets hot, and it transfers the heat from the electric element to the brick. And the idea is that it stores that heat and then it radiates it out through the day. Well, you can see the initial problem, obviously, is that they are usually at their hottest at 4 o'clock in the morning when you're toasted up in bed. And by the time you actually get into bed at kind of 10 o'clock at night, the damn things have been cold for hours. So it doesn't tend, or they do not tend to deliver the heat to you when you want it. The other problem is that they are very often, certainly in the British Isles, installed in old, poorly insulated buildings on exterior walls. So what you're actually doing is heating outside wall, not the inside. Generally speaking, heating the air, which is what a fan heater does, is not a very good way of doing it because air dissipates really quickly. If you warm up with my fire or with my central heating, not only I'm warming up the body of the house, and the body of the house is warm. Electric storage radiators don't do that very well because they don't circulate heat around, they just hold it where it is. If you are going to try and run without them in a house that's got all electric, you are going to have to be quite careful about how you do it. Make sure you are wrapped up. None of this wandering around in your drawers nonsense. You're going to be wearing socks and slippers and a dressing gown and all the rest of it. No free skin. I'm very sorry this doesn't happen. Make sure your windows are properly insulated. That film, that film that you use the hairdryer, brilliant. Bubble wrap. You can get bubble wrap for free. Really makes a difference. Drafts. Find all the drafts. Block all your drafts. Once you have got as much insulation, because you don't want to pay for heat that you don't get to keep. Once you've got as much insulation that you can manage, keep your little storage heater, your little fan heater, your little electric heater, and don't try to heat a space when you're not there because you're only heating the air and it won't last. So, for example, I've got a little one in my bedroom just to top up the heating, and I have it on the very lowest setting, and it just pops on probably not even 30 seconds every 10 minutes, and it just takes the chill off the air. But when I leave the room, I turn it off because I don't want to heat the air when I'm not there. So at least then I'm not paying for heat that I personally am not benefiting from. They're also difficult if you're trying to heat a large space because obviously air circulates and the heat will go up. So try and only use them for heating small spaces. And I'm just sorry, you just have to kind of get used to being slightly colder. But yeah, does that make sense? I hope so.